Welcome to our first PC part list on TechCrash. So, to start the build off, I took a long time yesterday, but this is a build. It's ranging from 500 to 550, and I want to disclose that I live in California, so the grand total for this, after tax and shipping included, is $556.12, but the subtotal, all the parts themselves add up to $511.92 before tax and shipping, because those will vary based on the time you buy and where you live. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to be going with the subtotal as the name of this build, but it's going to be somewhere varying between that range for you, because California is expensive. So to kick the build off, we're going with the AMD FX 6300. It's a 6-core processor. I know it doesn't have 6 cores, it has 6 threads, but 6 threads is enough for gaming, and I feel like it's replacing that Phenom 2 965 Black Edition performance crown for the budget, as the budget CPU for AMD at this point. For $109.99, you aren't going to go wrong with the CPU for moderate gaming at this point, for this price point. For the motherboard, to support this, we're going with the Asus M5A 97 Plus AM3 Plus motherboard. It's on the SB950 chipset, running on the 970 platform, and it supports SATA 6 gigabit per second. It's an ATX board, and it will support our CPU. So that's basically what we were looking for. It's just a overall pretty well-rounded motherboard. So there you go. Yeah, it supports 6 SATA 6 gigabit per second for sticks of RAM if you ever want to upgrade in the future to 16, because we have 8 in this. So moving on to the RAM, why not? Crucial, we're going with that's actually going to run you $54.99, not including that it also has a $10 mail-in rebate card. So that's pretty cool. For the RAM, like I was going to go with, we went with the Crucial Ballistic Sport 8 GB. So it's 2x4 gig sticks. It's a DDR3 1600 megahertz, and it's just some basic RAM for your system. It's not just green; it has a little heat spreader, but it's just going to work well. It's pretty known to be reliable, and it's going to last $36.99. For the power supply, we're going with the EVGA 500B. It's a 500 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply. It's not modular or anything like that, but it does have a 3-year warranty, and EVGA's very, very solid customer support, which I've dealt with, and it's actually really, really good. Yeah, it's going to run you $49.99, and it has a $15 mail-in rebate card. So, I mean, well, right now, this is coming out on January 1st, the very beginning of the day of January 1st, so keep that in mind, that this pricing may vary. But right now, that's what it is, and it's not on sale currently. So take that what you will. If it does go on sale, you're even better. All right, moving on to the graphics card. Now we have I was looking at both NVIDIA and AMD options, and I decided for this build that we're going to go with the XFX Radeon R7 370. Now because I'm calling this a $500 build, so I'm going with the 370. If it was a $550 build, then I'd be going with something like a 950, or even pushing for something like a 380 or 960 at that price point. But because the grand total is 556, but that's rate varies, I'm just going with the subtotal, and so we ended up with an R7 370. So it's has 2 gigs of VRAM. It's running off of the 256-bit wide memory interface. It's 2 gigs of GDDR5, and I mean, it's the XFX double dissipation edition, so it's their OC card that is just, I've used this already, and it's just super quiet, and it's just a nice card overall. It's well built and all that fun stuff, and XFX reliability and all that cool stuff. It comes with a 2-year warranty, and yeah, all this. So all the pricing is off of Newegg, so this costs you $144.99. It comes with another $15 mail-in rebate, if you so desire. What else should we talk about next? Oh yeah, the cooler for the CPU, because the stock cooler is so loud on AMD CPUs and Intel as well, but on AMD especially. I've decided to go with the Cooler Master Hyper T4. It's a cheap cooler, it's reliable though. It's the lesser successor to the Hyper 212 Evo, which is a beast. I love that cooler. I've used it a lot of times, and yeah, it's just a nice cooler, and it'll keep the 6300 pretty cool and will allow for a little bit of overclocking if that's something you like to do. Alright, for the hard drive for storage, I decided to go with the bulk storage route, and so I'm going with the Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte drive. It's 7200 RPM and SATA 6 gigabit per second. It's I'm going to run you $54.99, which for that price is just a decent price point for this hard drive. I mean, it hasn't really changed very much. But yeah, it's 1 terabyte, so that's going to store everything that you need to do, at least at the meantime, then throw in an SSD later, and you should be good to go. Oh yeah, and by the way, the pricing for the Hyper T4 is $24.99 as of now. Links will be in the description, so you can change that out. So moving on, for the case. Now the case is a little bit different. It's very cheap. It's the Enermax Clippius or Clippius or whatever, however they want to call it. I can't figure out the pronunciation of that, but what is my opinion of this case? It's an ATX mid-tower because our motherboard is in an ATX case. It doesn't have a window, but it does have it has blue LED fan. It doesn't have front USB 3, but obviously the motherboard will support that. And yeah, it has some 5¼ inch drives, and it will just support everything that we have in this system. Obviously, case is very subjective, so if you have a little bit of extra money in your budget, go for a better case, absolutely. And this case is for $34.99 and $19.99 after a $15 mail-in rebate that it comes with. I mean, it's very cheap, so if you have the budget to go to get something better, go for it. I don't let this really factor in too much, but it is. Did put this in the budget because we need a case. So, like I said, the grand total, well, not the grand total, the total of all the parts is $511.92, and then after tax and shipping, which varies depending on time of purchase and where you live, ends up, for me, I live in California, to $556.12. So it'll fall around that price range because California tends to be pretty expensive. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys had a happy new year, and here's your new year fun budget build in case you got money for Christmas and whatnot and you need a place to spend it. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.